Zell, how would you punish someone who wronged you?
Wrong me how?
Oh, say, murder? Or theft?
Killing is good. It culls the weak. But theft would be paid for painfully, 1,000 times over.
Good to know.
patience breeds madness.
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad.
Your sour face is tiring, Shadowheart. By all means leave if I am so distasteful.
I'd rather not turn my back on you, if it's all the same.
Your sour face is tiring, Shadowheart. By all means leave.
I'd rather not turn my back on you, if it's all the same.
Let's march!
What's that?
I've got a long road ahead.
Ready for some good news.
Let's finish this.
I will ascend.
Blood comes easy these days.
I will ascend.
I won't give in.
Let's end this.
Victory awaits.
will not know failure.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Let's cook with fire, baby. In position.
No time to rest.
Disappointing. What do we have here? Aww.
No one back home will ever believe this.
The corpse seems willing.
Thou shalt return to me. Thou shalt have my blessing.
Beneath the rampant joy, you sense the monk's fear and sincerity. He doesn't wish to harm you. You feel a chuckle come.
What a charmer.
My faith protects me.
What to do?
could go for a good meal.
Indolence breeds madness.
All right. What now?
A long way to go still.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company. Why, I'm practically... The druid Halson had some kind of mind flayer specimen in a jar in his court here, on the Sword Coast. Impossible. That can't be. You're mad! But, tell me, have you noticed any residual psionic malaise since the alleged encounter? Curious. Illithids, their technical name, form a hive mind. One shouldn't be able to hear their dark whispers unless... That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceramorphosis by now. I can't attest to the specifics, but I do know that not long after insertion, the host, that's you, turns into a mind flayer. As there's not a tentacle on your head, I can only assume you haven't been infected. If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind flayer? Ridiculous. Isn't it? Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim. If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, dear sweet gods! I mean, yes. I suppose I can. I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
One horn, the stink of Avernus, Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
Karlach, the Archdevil Zariel's gladiator, come to burn the Sword Coast to ash.
Well, not counting the fuckers that need a good hurting.
Shut it, devil. I know your kind. A heart darker than a shadow's nightmares. You'd cut a child's throat just to taste the blood.
A devil? I didn't take the blade for a fool. I'm...
A great fire roars through you. The fire of the first hell. You are Karlach, tearing through demons across a blood-red landscape of fire and volcanic cinder. The front lines of the Blood War. With every swing of her axe, Karlach fulfills Mistress Zariel's purpose.
Proof, clear as summer sky. It's over, Karlach. It's time you feel the sting of the blade.
I've tried to tell you. I'm not what you think I am.
Another vision. Karlach's blade rays slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Will shudders with Karlach's desperation. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
By Balduran's helm, No, I will not be tricked.
You saw the truth. I may be an effective soldier, but I never wanted to serve Zariel. Legged it away from her the first chance I got.
And yet you served.
Will catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
No! Devils cannot be trusted!
Would you listen to sense? This doesn't have to end badly for either of us.
You know monsters better than anyone. Can't you look in my eyes and see I'm not a devil?
You don't know what this means. You don't know what you're asking me to do.
I'm asking you to live, Will. I don't want to hurt you. And to be frank, I'd rather not find out how the blade got his name. I swear to you, on all I am not what you think.
Shit! Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce. I see the good in you, Karlach. I promise not to lose sight of it. Even when the hells burn hottest.
Glad Will saw sense. Even more glad he decided to stick around. Takes a pretty slick mover to track down old Karlach. Same. Now, instead of a liability, I've got a friend. Or I will have soon, anyway.
There's no time to waste.
Assume nothing.
Still alive. So that's progress.
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly. I can say only this. Karlach's not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to their throats. One night soon, when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance. And you'll have them, but I can't promise you'll like them.
Seems like Will and Karlach will play nice from now on. Saves us having to pick sides.
Fine. What's on your mind?
How are you holding up? Don't be so modest. I can't remember the last time I met someone like you. Perhaps I never did. And never will again.
I suppose some would commend our actions. Goblins would have razed that whole place to nothing if it weren't for us. No excuse to rest on our laurels, though. We've still got our own problems to contend with.
dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth. He gives in and surrenders his find to you. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. My research turned up a rather... It's not too deep. I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over.
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly with the needle.
Don't fidget. The needle must slip behind your eye, not through it.
The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo frowns and begins to push.
But I nearly have it. Very good.
Pain shoots through your body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
I think I have it.
The needle seesaws back and forth, plucking the nerve like a harp string.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement. Stop. Now? Regrettable. Mark my words. Ceremophosis will be far more painful than this procedure.
A scout just reported. The goblins' leadership has been decimated. We might escape this place yet. I took a collection from all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it. It's not enough, but it's all we have.
Halsin will likely want to thank you too, mind. He returned just a while ago. I believe he's catching up with Korga. As for us...
No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
Elturel didn't want us, and those druids sure as hell didn't either. But you risked your life for us. It won't be easy.
lummox.
I'm glad you killed all the goblins. I hope you made them scared. I left my sword in the cave. Don't tell, but I don't want to touch it again.
Bah! At your age, I'd already spilled my own cousin's blood. Face your fear, or it will devour you.
It smells bad out here. I want to go home. Keep sharp until we're standing on cobbles in Baldur's Gate. Don't be breaking your back.
Gods, it seems we might actually make it to the city now. Hope the neighbors are a bit more welcoming.
Don't know why everyone's cheering. We're just going back on the road.
You do good work. If you can handle more than goblins, might be I'll have use of you in Baldur's Gate. Always a deal to be done, even now. Try not to die up there. All of our taking stashed away for the journey? Mattis says we should say thank you.
I'm glad you didn't die. No discounts once I'm running the wider Baldur's Gate, mind. Finally!
I knew this would come right if we just stayed positive. Not that your blade didn't help too.
We don't need to break camp fast, remember. Find the river and follow it downstream. No time to dally.
We did it.
No,
Come
there's
on.
collectors in the city.
Give me a
They'll pay
kiss.
good coin for it, I swear.
Hold still.
Fine.
I'll kiss you when you
Want to dance?
I'm your lovely...
Yes, you are. Now, stop.
Let us go! I wish to feel the road beneath my hooves. Taste the fresh grass.
Back to worrying about road rations it is. So many mouths to feed, but, well, that's not a bad problem to have. Thank you, truly.
We made it somehow. Now we just need to get to Baldur's Gate.
The younglings are a nuisance. But the road would not be the same without them. Thank you.
Don't I know it?
One sorrow ended, the next soon to begin.
Baldur's Gate, we're coming.
We didn't die today. Tomorrow, perhaps, but not today. Thanks to you.
Looking ahead. We couldn't have held them back on our own. Thank you.
Don't be shy.
If we get separated or need to break camp fast, remember, find the river and follow it downstream.
Open up.
What's this? Mattis, this is junk. Waste of effort hauling it with us.
No, there's collectors in the city. They'll pay good coin for it, I swear.
Fine, but you're carrying it yourself.
You do good.
Always a deal to be done, even now. Try not to die up there. Keep sharp until we're standing on cobbles.
Shouldn't have
in
wished to
Baldur's
live in
Gate.
more interesting times.
Sharp as a razor.
Thought you'd left us to our...
Come on. Give me a kiss.
I nearly dispatched those goblins myself, but it seems you managed well enough. And why wield a masterwork where a butcher's blade will do? My thanks, truly.
Glad to see some goblin blood spilled for a change. Was sick of running from those rats.
It was you, right?
who took care of the goblins. I knew you're a good one.
So it's true. You scattered the goblins. Peace can finally return to this corner, as am I. And I'm sure those poor refugees would quite agree. Of course. May you keep balance.
Good thing. Now. Shook. You believe you can survive with... As you say.
It's almost a pity things ended so amicably. Seeing those... lead on.
No one stopped me yet.
It'll take a while for us all to recover.
On tippy toes.
Can't afford to stay idle.
I was trying to concentrate. Don't mind if I do.
Your light fingers were too heavy this time. You've been caught stealing. fingers were too heavy this time. You've been caught